I think the real question that's posed to us here is what does it really mean to live in a safe society, a society where vulnerable people are secure? Because suddenly when we're faced with insecurity on this scale, we realize how very poorly equipped we are as a society to look after those who can't so easily look after themselves.
What do you think it's telling us about the reordering of capitalism?
I think that's a key question. And I think it's very interesting that even people you'd least expect to be talking about this are discussing things like universal basic income as a solution to this, because coming back to that question of what would it be to be in a really safe society, it does seem that faced with a crisis on this scale, and faced with other sorts of global crises we might imagine, the systems of the market don't quite seem to guarantee that sort of security. So it does look as if, certainly in the foreseeable future, the apparently sacred cows of capitalism are going to be slaughtered.
What does that mean, slaughtered?
I think it means that we will have to look at issues like universal basic income. We're already looking at an enormous public bailout of people who, through no fault of their own, are out of work or in very, very insecure positions. We're looking at the effective renationalisation of the railways because we are asking the question, what is it that actually gives maximum security to the people who most need it? I think it's a matter of how important is it to us that we protect not only ourselves but others, primarily, of course, the people we most care about. But with an infection like this, you can't draw boundaries. The welfare of the people we most care about is bound up with the welfare of those that they're close to. It's really, genuinely a shared challenge. And when we've got that kind of shared challenge, that puts one of the biggest moral questions to us. Do I understand that my well-being is completely bound up in the well-being of all my fellow human beings? It's a big ask to get that imaginative question through, but there it is. It's almost a relief to have this confirmed, to have it set out there as a matter of public policy.
When you talk of spiritually, I wonder what you'd say to those around the world, really, watching this disease ravage their families and their friends and their communities and possibly questioning their own faith at a time like this.
Absolutely. And I'm very conscious talking about this that, of course, I'm in a very privileged position. I'm a professional person. I've got an income. I've got a home and a family. And I'm thinking of all those people who are on 0 hours contracts, people in refugee camps, people in transit, people who really do not have the sort of comforts I have. So I'm wary of, sounding too pious about it and making it too easy, because it just isn't for an awful lot of people. But, and this is, I think, the really important thing, it is an opportunity for people to work at what matters to them, really to settle down and think, well, what matters? Who matters? And the question of who matters is a big one, because, of course, we're being asked to undertake all these very difficult social distancing exercises, not just to keep ourselves safe, but to keep safe the people we most care about. And that really brings front and center just how important to us are the people we love. So there's something there to work on, I think.